Hi guys, it's Claire from Brave Yoga here. Nice to see you all online. If you're following along on the playlist, it's number 2 Jasmine Inspired Brave playlist. If you can play that, we'll be listening to the same music together. And then come down to your mats and we'll start in child's pose. So I like to have my knees quite far apart and my toes touching. And then exhale, coming forward and down and just resting on the floor. Closing the eyes and bringing the attention inward. Making any last movements to allow yourself to feel comfortable. And taking some big breaths to start. Inhale deeply into the belly. And exhale, sigh it out of the mouth. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Allowing yourself to arrive in this place. Allowing yourself to arrive and bring that attention into the body. Bringing that Ujjayi breath into your practice, if that is what you wished for tonight. Making a slight oceanic sound at the back of the throat with the deep inhales and exhales. Today's class will be focusing on shoulder strength and flexibility, but also playing with the mind and the little things that we tell ourselves, that internal dialogue that can sometimes help us or hinder us in our practice. Bringing the palms of your hands together, take a breath in. Exhale, bring the palms over the top of your head towards your shoulder blades. So starting to stretch through the backs of the arms. To deepen the stretch, move the elbows forward and exhale, come deeper. One more breath. On the next exhale, the hands come forward onto the mat, and then the hands slide forward into puppy pose. So melting the chest down, the heart down, the hands move forward. Gaze can be between the hands for a deep stretch in shoulders, or if this is too much, bring the forehead to the floor. Maybe it feels nice to rest one cheek on the floor, and then make sure you swap to the other side so that your neck gets an equal stretch. If you're in your puppy pose and you want a little more, you can come up onto the tips of your fingers for an active puppy pose, melting the heart forward a little more, maybe getting the chest on the floor. Closing the eyes and breathing at your edge wherever you are. Taking an option that feels good for you and not pushing too much too early. Exhale, the hands gently slip back under the shoulders and we meet in tabletop. So with tabletop, spreading the fingers wide and your knees are under your hips. Tilting the tailbone so we're not dumping into the lower back. And from here, tuck the toes and just lift the knees a little bit off the floor. Tilt your tailbone again so there's almost a slight rounding through the back. Squeeze your pelvic floor and then lift the left foot up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Hold. Exhale, take it back. Right knee lifts. Hold. Exhale, bring it to touch with that right elbow and hold. Exhale, take it back, nice and controlled. Left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, bring the knee to elbow, make them touch, hold, smile, and exhale back. Right foot, inhale up. Exhale, bring knee to the armpit or elbow. Exhale back. Knees come down, little child's pose if you wish. Inhale, we push back up. Round 2, you can stay exactly as we practiced, or if you've been doing yoga for a while, maybe come up onto plank for this one. You ready? The same deal. We're going to inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, everything stays in the same place, but you bring the left knee to the left elbow. Hold. Exhale, back. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to elbow, hold. Inhale, back. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to elbow, hold. Exhale, back. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, you got it. Same deal. Knee to elbow, hold. Exhale, back. Now from here, lower the knees. We're coming down in a chaturanga. So wrap the elbows, and then the elbows come close towards the body as you come down only to 90 degrees in the elbows, not the full way. Inhale to upward facing dog. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the glutes, and exhale, down dog. Coming into an early dolphin, the knees come down, the elbows come down. Grab your biceps. This is going to tell you you're in the right spot. Hands out wide. If you do have any shoulder injuries, you can bind the hands. That can sometimes be helpful. For me, my hands are out wide, fingers spread wide. Baby dolphin, tuck the toes, lift the glutes. This is going to give you a little bit of activity. If you have a shoulder injury, stay here. Protract through shoulders, relax the neck. Look towards the belly. Option 2, straighten the legs. Option 3, walk in closer. This is going to make it harder. Those who want to come to the next option, we're going to do leg raises. Inhale, right leg up, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Left foot up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Knees to floor, relax in child's pose for a moment. Taking some breaths and allowing that heart rate to come down a little bit. Gently raise up, look between the hands. Hands move a little further up on the mats. Tuck the toes and push back into downward facing dog. Here we're going to wrap the elbows and wrap the shoulders. So what this means is that the eye of the elbow is facing forward towards the front of your mat. And look towards your belly to relax the neck. Bend the knees if you need to get more weight into your legs. And we'll stay here for a moment. Take a couple of breaths. Look between the hands. Step one foot between the hands and then the other. Inhale to a flat back and exhale to fold forward. Inhale, gently rising up. So coming up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart. Closing the eyes and coming to the top of your mat, maybe placing your hands in the center of your chest and maybe feel your heart beating. Today's class, we're anatomically focusing on shoulders, but mentally we're focusing on that internal dialogue and the little things that we tell ourselves that can either help us or hinder us. And what I mean by that is the language that we use to talk to ourselves when we practice. So I want you to take on the challenges today and try to speak kindly to yourself. Inhale, hands up to sky, and exhale to fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, hands to floor, option to step, or if you're feeling strong enough already, you can jump back to high plank. Protract through shoulders, so push your hands into the floor and round through the shoulders. Heels go towards the back of the room and chest remains between the hands, so you're like a long plank. Now, if you have any wrist injuries, you have a few options. Knees down or come onto your elbows. Yeah? So take your option now. I'm going to hold for a minute. Not a real minute. Chaturanga. First one, lower your knees, bring your chest forward, and come down to 90 degrees. This is really helpful for people with shoulder injuries. and then inhale, come up. So roll the shoulders back, squeeze the glutes, and exhale, down dog. Turbo down dog, we bend the elbows, squeeze them together, almost like a dolphin, but the elbows are up off the floor. This works the serratus anterior. It's really going to help with stabilization of the scapula. Relax neck and head, look to belly. Straighten the arms, exhale. Look between the hands, option step or jump between the hands. Inhale halfway, exhale fold. Inhale, slowly rise up, hands come through heart center, and exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor, option to step or to jump back into your high plank. Choosing your option for high plank, knees on the floor or full chaturanga, maybe one-legged chaturanga if you want to step it up. Inhale to up dog, and exhale, down dog. Again, with your hands, I'd like you to imagine that you have 2 jam jars underneath your hands and you're clawing the jam jars and rotating them open. This is going to rotate your shoulders around so that you turn on all the rotator cuffs and the serratus anterior, which really helps your shoulder girdle. Look between your hands. Step one leg between the hands and then the other. Exhale, fold. Place the hands on the floor. Bend your legs as much as you need. Gently rolling up, bending your knees as you roll up. Inhale, hands overhead. And exhale, swan dive to floor. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, hands to floor. Again, option step or to jump back with control. Take your chaturanga of choice. Coming down to 90 degrees in the elbows if possible. Inhale, upward facing dog. Maybe the thighs lift. Exhale, down dog. Taking a big breath in together. Exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, sweep between the hands. Get strong in the legs. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, elbows in towards the torso. Inhale. And exhale, hands out to the side with a shh. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, shh. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, open into warrior 2. So with our warrior 2, gaze towards the front middle finger, we're going to do some shoulder rotations. The torso stays still, and as we inhale, we flip the palm and just rotate that shoulder. Exhale the other way. So almost 360 degrees rotation in the shoulder. Inhale one more, try and rotate almost the full way around. Exhale back to center, get deep into that front knee, gaze towards the floor, and move your hands down. Step back to high plank, take your option, maybe knees to floor this time. Exhale to 90 degrees. Inhale, come high, and exhale. We meet back in downward facing dog. Taking a big breath in, raising the left leg up. Exhale, sweep between the hands. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, bringing elbows into center. Breath in. Exhale, shh. Inhale to center, sucking them in close. Shh. Inhale to center. Exhale, open into warrior 2. Again, we're going to roll those shoulders. So inhale, flip the palm towards the roof. Rotate the shoulders in the socket. Exhale all the way around, almost 360 degrees. Inhale, rotate open. Exhale, back to center. Breath in. Exhale, hands to floor. Move through your flow. So take your option, knees to floor, full chaturanga or one-legged chaturanga. Stop at 90 degrees in the elbows and inhale, come up. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, sweep between the hands. Inhale, we rise, crescent lunge. You know the drill. Exhale, bring the elbows in, breathe in. Exhale, shh. Inhale to center. Exhale, shh. Inhale back to center. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, flip the palm, rotate the socket in the shoulder. Exhale, other way, 360 degrees. Try and get as much rotation as you can. Inhale, one more. Exhale, back to center. Gently straighten that front leg. Inhale. Reach through the front hand and exhale. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Relax neck and head. Maybe close the eyes. Seeing if you can get lift here rather than dumping down into the floor and turning off the core. Try to lift and get strength. Neck and head can be relaxed. Suck the feet together to get a traction and activity in the legs so they're not just relaxed doing nothing. Gently bend through that front knee, coming into extended side angle. Option 1 is having the elbow on your quad. Option 2, you can bring the hand towards the floor, but not resting on the floor, keeping the core engaged. Top hand, half bind, reach behind you. Maybe grab your pants or just start to get yourself open in that shoulder. Maybe you can't touch your thigh just yet. Take a breath, relax neck and head even more. Exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Inhale, lengthen through chest, come onto the ball of the back foot. Exhale, open to the side. Coming back to center, inhale, lengthen through chest. Exhale, step back and move through your flow. High to low plank, always an option to have knees on the floor. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Pedaling out the legs here. Getting those hamstrings to feel a little warmer if they don't already. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, sweep between the hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring elbows in towards the center. Exhale, out to the sides. Inhale to center. Exhale, inhale. And exhale, open into warrior 2. Gaze towards front middle finger, come deep into front knee. Inhale, flip the palm, rotate the shoulders. Exhale, then try and flip that palm around all the way to 360 degrees without rolling through shoulders. Inhale, open. And exhale to center. Straighten the front leg. Reach forward with the front hand, back hip stays back, and tilt down into triangle. Maybe there's a little micro bend in that front knee. If you notice that you're locking, that can cause damage. So reach up through your top arm. Also use your core to hold you rather than dumping into floor. Relax neck and head towards left shoulder. Gently bending that front knee, coming into extended side angle. Option 1 is rest on the quad, or maybe you want to bring that hand to the floor. Whichever option you choose, top hand comes around, maybe grabs your thigh, or maybe your shoulder's not quite there today. Take whatever option that you can find that feels okay. Relaxing the jaw, creating space between the teeth if you're holding tension. Gently exhale, coming down to the floor. Elongate through the chest and inhale, open into twist. Exhale, hands to floor and move through your flow. So stepping back, if this feels like a lot right now, bring your knees down. I recommend you stop at 90 degrees for today's class. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, coming back to down dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lion's breath. 2 more of those. Inhale deeply. Exhale, stick out the tongue and go. Hope your cat's not there, might get scared. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Maybe walking out the legs. Now, this is a time where if you need a drink of water, a little child's pose, you can take it now. This is also the time that you need to start paying attention to that internal dialogue and anything telling you that you can't do anything. So inhale, the right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Now hold for a moment. Inhale back up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Hold for a moment. And inhale to rise. Those of you with shoulder problems, come down for this next round on your elbows, okay? Those of you who are okay with your wrists and shoulders, come with me. Exhale, knee to nose, same leg. Inhale to right. Exhale, knee to left elbow, hold. Maybe extend the leg, come into fallen triangle, reaching the top arm up. Options here is to stay here. Again, if you have shoulder problems or wrist problems, you're on your elbow. Little option for a challenge, raise the bottom leg, maybe coming into a bind. Just an option. Inhale, come back through, meet me back in three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. This is just an option as well. Maybe you bend the elbows and start to prepare for scissors. You don't have to go there today. Just try to bend your elbows and get your knee resting on your leg, which looks like this. Yeah? And just stay there. Maybe some of you will be able to come up, but just staying here is really hard. And inhale, come meet me back in one, oh my God, three-legged dog. I was going to say one-legged dog, that's quite hard. Exhale, sweep the leg between the hands. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. The heart should really be beating now. Take a breath. Bind the hands behind you, open the chest, inhale. Exhale, release. Palms touch. Roll shoulders back, tilt tailbone, so we're not going too much into a back bend. Releasing the hands. Exhale into warrior two. Again, binding hands behind your back. Palms touch, roll shoulders open. Humble warrior. So we bring the chest forward first, and then try to bring it on the inside of the right knee, and then coming forward and down with the hands coming over the head. When you first start, you might be somewhere up here, and that's okay. As you get more flexible, you'll be able to eventually get your head even close to the floor, and your right elbow will come on your right knee, or I should say shoulder, comes in line with your right knee. And you can gently push against your leg to create tension, which creates strength in the leg. Inhale, gently rise up. Exhale, release the hands, warrior two. Eagle hands. So right arm over, left arm under. Squeeze the elbows together, lift the elbows and bring them towards me. So away from your body. Squeeze them even more. Maybe relax the head into the hands. Take a breath. And exhale, warrior two. Extended side angle. So bring that arm to rest on the quad. Hand is nice and balanced on top of you. Or bring the hand to the floor if you want to twist the chest open. Half bind if you had it before. If you have your full bind, reach the hand underneath you and bind the hands behind your back. Relax neck and head. Top shoulder rolls open. Gaze towards front foot. Some of you will have your bird of paradise. You're welcome to go there if you do. So stepping your back foot forward, coming onto the tippy toes of your front foot, gently rise up and maybe straighten that leg and breathe and smile. When you've had enough, slowly start to come down. Step back and meet everybody back in their extended side angle. Exhale, hands frame the front foot. Step back into plank. Take a breath. Exhale, right hand into the center of the mat. Open up towards the left for side plank. If you have shoulder or wrist problems, elbows on the ground, knees on the ground, this is still hard. You can even challenge yourself and raise your top leg. If your wrists and shoulders are cool, you can challenge yourself by raising your top leg, or you can have a bind. So there's always an option to level up. Take your option, one more breath. Exhale, coming into high plank, maybe a one-legged chaturanga, maybe knees on the floor. Coming down to 90 degrees. Inhale, upward facing dog, roll shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath. Closing the eyes. And just maybe bringing that attention to anything that's going on in the mind when you're practicing today. And maybe there's nothing, and that's great. But maybe there were some thoughts of judging yourself, of not being able to do certain poses. I'd like you to try and catch yourself having those thoughts in the next round. And I'd like you to tell them to rack off. Inhale, the left leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Hold for a moment. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Hold. Inhale to rise. Now, second round, you can come onto your elbows if your wrists or shoulders hurt. Otherwise, come with me. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Straighten the leg underneath you. Open to fall in triangle. So again, options are to stay where you are or lift that bottom leg or maybe bind with 2 fingers around the big toe. Hold for 1 more breath. Exhale, coming back to 3-legged dog. Take a breath in and exhale, bringing left knee to left elbow. Now see if you can come into your scissors or kundanyasana. So bend your elbows a lot. Get your left knee on the top of your left arm and just stay here. That's a lot. And my right elbow is making contact with the side of my body. So it's a little lever. Maybe you can start to fly. When you've had enough, come back up to 3-legged dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, sweep between the hands. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, hands behind you. Inhale, open chest, palms touch. Exhale, sink deeper. Inhale, take a breath into warrior 2. Exhale. Hands come back behind you, palms touch, open chest. Take a breath in, come a little deeper into the legs. Exhale into humble warrior. So bringing that chest forward and down on the inside of that left knee and bringing the shoulder pushing against that left knee or left leg, creating tension and creating strength through the leg. So that the shoulder pushes into the leg pushes into the elbow or the shoulder. Come a little deeper. If the shoulders hurt, come out a little bit. It may be too deep. 1 more breath. Exhale, gently come back out. Come back to warrior 2. Inhale deeply. Exhale, extended side angle. So option 1, bring the elbow and gently rest it on the quad. Top hand is going straight up, stacked. Maybe option 2, bring hands to floor. Keep using that core to lift and open through chest. Maybe top hand comes around for half a bind, grabbing the thigh. Maybe a full bind. Relax neck and head, relax the jaw. Look towards the front foot. Maybe you have a bird of paradise. You can step the back foot forward. Come onto the tips of your toes in the left leg and gently rise. If you can rise, straighten that leg. Take a couple of breaths. Last exhale, let's come down and meet everyone back in extended side angle. Hands come down to frame the front foot. Step back into plank. This time the left hand comes to the center as we open to the side. Taking your option so you can lower the knee, come onto the elbow. If you're coming with the more advanced version, you can raise the top leg or come to a bind. Doesn't matter which option you take. You can take any option you wish, but just play at your edge. Look after yourself, but also don't let yourself go easy either. Exhale, bring the hands down, move through your flow, high to low. Inhale to rise, and exhale to down dog. Pedaling through the legs, wrapping the shoulder blades around the armpits, pushing into the first finger and thumb. Looking between the hands, step or jump between the hands. Sweep hands behind you, inhale. Exhale, rise into Utkatasana, chair pose. So with this pose, we want to try to avoid this dumping in the back. So we tilt the tailbone down, suck in the belly, and come a little deeper. Now you notice that I have a bend in the elbows and I wrap my shoulders just like I do in my downward facing dog. This is so my elbows, I love my elbows today. My shoulders are in the socket and they're not doing anything quite stressful for a lot of the shoulder muscles when I'm up here. Take a breath. We've got a couple of options coming up. Got the heaters on in here, it's getting hot. Bring the hands to the heart. Inhale to lengthen through spine, and exhale, we twist over towards the right. So we hook the elbow around the outside of the right leg and coming hands into prayer and twist towards the right. Relax the neck and head towards the shoulder. Now your options are to stay here. If you know side crow or want to play, you can come with me. We're going to bring the hands down onto the floor first. Bend deeply into the knees, coming onto the tippy toes. Hands are spread wide. So the right knee is on the upper arm of the left, and we're just going to play with bending the elbows and staying here. Now, if you do get into the right spot, you might be able to lean forward a little bit, maybe put a pillow under your face, and maybe bring your knees up. The next step is to straighten the legs. Trying not to dump too much into that shoulder on the right side and sink towards the floor. How are you going? Exhale when you've had enough, ragdoll, so grab your elbows. And exhale deeply. Interlace fingers and place them on the back of the head so we traction through the neck. Just doing this gently, not pulling or tugging on the head. Just creating a little bit of weight to create that extension of the neck and therefore the spine. Maybe play with straightening the legs and bending the knees. Exhale, hands release to floor, nice and soft. Feet walk together. Inhale, sweep hands behind you. Exhale, coming back into chair. Tilt the tailbone, suck the navel towards the spine, rotate the shoulders so they're in the socket, pinkies rotating together. Have a little smile, raise the toes on the feet, get that weight into the heels. So we go to play again. You can either come into your twist and stay there, or you can have a go with side crow. So exhale, hands to the heart, inhale to lengthen, exhale to twist towards the left. Now the hands are at prayer into the center of your chest. You can stay here. Otherwise, bring your hands onto the floor, then deeply into your knees. Palms spread wide out to the sides. We're going to bend the elbows a lot. That's the trick. So bend them a lot, make a little shelf. So one is on the side body. You're resting on your torso, and your right knee is on your upper arm on the right side. And then you can start to play with straightening the legs. Just be mindful not to dump into that left shoulder like this. I did that for a long time. Try and even the shoulders out. Gaze towards the floor. And when you've had enough, we come into a ragdoll or seaweed arms. We can just let your arms be heavy. If it feels nicer to be in a yogi squat and have your head up, that might also be an option if that feels good. Just take what you feel you need. Maybe a neck traction, interlacing fingers, placing it behind neck and head, and gently feel yourself folding over thighs. Hands are heavy, bend through the knees, slowly start to roll up. Coming to standing, rolling the shoulders up and back. So we're going to do something fun for this next part. Is on the right side, our head is going to be telling us we're awesome, we're so good at this, you're amazing, you rock. And we're going to see how that affects our practice. So what we'll do first, your first option is to grab your shin, or second option is to have a strap and place it. My trusty assistant is getting me a strap. Thank you, lovely assistant. If you do have a strap, you can place it around the ball of your foot and extend it out. Or if you have the full bind, you can have your fingers around your toe and extend out. Left hand on your hip, take a breath in. You're awesome, you rock, you're so good at balancing. And exhale out to the side. Have a big smile. You're so great at balancing. Look at me, I'm falling. And just be positive and think that you have this. Inhale back to center. We're going to exhale. I'm going to release the foot, but keep the leg up and hold for 3. for 2, for 1. Bend the knee, sweep behind you for aeroplane. So that back heel, you're going to be flexing the toe towards the shin and pushing that heel towards the back of the room, almost like you were standing on a wall. Palms facing down, gaze just towards the floor in front of your face. You're really good at balancing. Exhale, left hand comes down, open into your half moon. So it's a rotation of the thigh out to the side, lifting up towards the sky. Again, your toe is flexed towards your shin. Right glute is engaged and lifting the leg up. Maybe the bottom hand rises up off the floor. Keep thinking of the positive that you are so good at balance. Exhale, hands come into the floor, standing leg split. That back leg comes up. Keep active through that right glute. Keeps pulling the leg up, opening the toes, nice and strong through the toes. Spread the hands wide, protract through shoulders, put your weight into your hands, come onto your tiptoes of your left foot. Maybe there's some little jumps. So if you are jumping, just see if you can protract and push up. Now you don't have to stay up for long, just as long as you have some little place. And when you've had enough, ragdoll. Grabbing the elbows and a gentle rock from side to side. Let the head be really heavy. Bend the knees and give the hamstrings a break. Releasing the hands, gently rolling up. Let the arms be heavy, stacking the vertebra and coming up to standing. You ready for the other side? So if we're really positive on this side, what do you think we're going to be on this side? We're going to tell ourselves that we suck. We can't do balances. I'm no good at this. I always fall over. You ready? This is what you have to say to yourself. We're going to see how it goes. So take your option. So shin, strap around the ball of the foot, or interlace the toe. Extend out. I suck at balances. I'm no good at this. I always fall over. I'm really no good. And take the leg out to the side and see if it's any better or worse. Keep telling yourself that you always fall out, that you're no good, and that this is really hard. And I'm definitely finding it harder. Inhale, come back to center, and then hold on. And then go for 3 breaths. We're going to keep the leg out. Release the hand for 3, for 2, for 1. Bend the knee, sweep it behind you for aeroplane. I suck at this. This really hurts. I always fall out of this. This is not my favorite pose. I'm no good at this. Exhale, coming into your half moon. So right hand onto the floor. Again, flexing the toe towards the shin. Maybe lifting up. I'm no good at this. This is really hard. I suck. I always fall over. I really am not strong for balances. I can't do this. And then see if that affects your balance. And exhale into standing leg splits. So lifting that left leg up. Really getting strong through the back glutes on the left side. Spread the fingers. Get the weight into the hands. Come onto the toes of the right foot. Little bunny hops. Start to jump up. I suck at this. I always fall over. I can never get handstands. It's such a stupid pose. Why is she teaching these? And when you've had enough, grab your elbows. Maybe come into a squat. Whatever feels good. After that, wasn't so fun for me doing that, telling myself those things. I don't know about you. Maybe just observing how it feels and how that felt to tell yourself negative things. Gently start to come up, rolling up to standing, hands to heart, and taking a breath. So how did it feel to tell yourself that you sucked, that you're no good at this? Did your body start to follow? Maybe it didn't, but maybe it did. The power of our words is really strong, even when we're only speaking to ourselves. Inhale, hands up to sky. And exhale to fold. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to floor. Step or jump back into your high plank. Hover forward and down, choosing your option for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll shoulders. And exhale, down dog. Look between the hands. Bring the knees between the hands. And coming down onto your back for some core work. So, once you're on your back, bring your shins so they're parallel to the floor. Make sure your lower back is on the floor here. Flex your toes towards your shins. Now check out your knees. Where are they? If your knees are towards your chest, this is a really prime example of not having a strong core. You need to bring your knees over your hips and you start to engage the core. We're going to inhale, lengthen through the hands, and exhale, bring the neck and head up. Inhale, open. Exhale, you have 10 of these. Inhale, open. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, we're halfway. Inhale. 4, 3, 2 more to go. You got 1 more to go. Last one. Then exhale, bringing the feet down. You can gently windscreen wipe the legs, sending them over to one way and the other. This is twisting gently in the spine. This is a really safe ab exercise because your lower back should always be on the floor. If it does start to lift, that means that your core is not strong enough and your back starts to compensate. So you really need to make sure those legs are on the floor. For the next one, if you do feel your lower back lifting, you have a few options. Your option 1 is to have the knees like they were before, over the hips, and your shins parallel to the floor and the toes flexed. Otherwise, the feet are on the floor. If you're super gung-ho and you're really, really strong, your legs are going to be straight, yeah? I'm going to go halfway to see how I go today. This is called the Pilates 100. Are you ready? Every inhale, we're going to do 5 pulses, and every exhale, we're going to do 5 pulses. And you're going to keep going until I tell you, all right? So let's try. Take your option. Inhale to rise. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to do one more round because I think I lost count. Inhale. Exhale. And then exhale. Bring the head down. Abs should start to burn. Reach the hands up and point the toes. Exhale, maybe bring your knees in towards your chest and a gentle rock from side to side on that sacrum. Rocking forward and back on the spine if that feels good. Little rock and rolls. And when you get enough momentum, coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg rises. Exhale, knee to nose. I'm only joking. We're not doing any more of those. Coming into pigeon. So half pigeon. So the right foot comes towards the left hand. And we're trying here to, if you're falling into the right glute, I'd like you to place a block or a pillow so that your hips are even. Look towards your back foot and walk it back. If you do have a sensitive knee, please do figure 4 on your back. Much safer for your back and also your knee. If your knees are happy, you can gently start to come forward. Maybe this is as far as you go, or maybe you can start to bring your forehead on the floor. Now, if your shin is not parallel to the front of the mat, then I advise you to point your toes. This is going to protect your front knee. You can also help yourself get up by just being gentle with this one. This is only if you're quite flexible, is placing your hands on your foot and moving your foot further forward. That'll allow you to get deeper. That's just if you need that. And closing the eyes. And starting to breathe and bring that attention inward. And this is one of those poses where that internal dialogue can go crazy. Because in our power flows, we're moving quickly, we distract the mind. But in the long holds of the hips, the mind has nowhere to go. What I'd like you to try and do is to just observe those thoughts that come up. So they call this in meditation the passive observer, which means you observe the thoughts, you watch them come in and out, but you don't really get involved. Kind of like watching really brain-numbing TV, where you don't really get involved mentally, you just let the pictures run. And staying calm, not getting angry or judgmental of yourself. And as the pose gets a little more juicy, the internal dialogue gets louder, telling you to fidget or to exit the pose. But that's when you really need to stay. This is when you need to breathe. Taking our last 3 breaths wherever you are. Maybe going that last little bit deeper for your last few breaths, melting a little further. Letting that internal dialogue just float away. On the next inhale, start to rise up, bending more through that front knee and gently coming back into a downward facing dog and pedaling out the legs. So bending through one knee and straightening through the other. Letting the legs lengthen out. Inhale, the left leg rises up. Exhale, knee to nose. And then coming into half pigeon on the left. So as before, looking behind you, walking that back foot a little further back. Maybe placing a block underneath the left glute so that you're not falling onto the left side and not getting even in the hips. Once you're even, I can walk my back foot back, then gently come forward. Maybe placing blocks under the elbows or under the forehead feels nice to allow you to relax deeper. And finding that place of surrender on this side. Releasing through the jaw. Creating space between the teeth. And sinking a little further into the floor. Again, becoming that quiet observer of the mind. It's interesting to observe what our mind throws at us to make us exit these poses, of what excuses it makes up to try to avoid to allowing us to feel. And rather than taking action on those thoughts, see if you can allow yourself to surrender a little more. If for you it's more physical today, and that tension is creating tension in the mind, see if you can breathe a little deeper. You can try to release some of those muscles that are holding on. Acknowledging one side is always a little more tense than the other. And if that is this side for you, just being gentle and not pushing through a lot of pain, allowing yourself to come out if there is any severe pain. But allowing yourself to stay when it gets a little uncomfortable. We have 3 last breaths here. Inhale, lengthen through chest and try to fold a little deeper for the last 3 breaths. Gently starting to come up. And if you have, gently swinging your back leg around and then coming back into your downward facing dog and walking out the legs. Bringing your knees in between your hands and placing your glutes on the floor and feet on the floor with hands up. We're gently going to lower ourselves to the ground with control. So tilting the tailbone and then imagining every single one of your vertebrae coming onto the ground one by one, and your core is controlling that. Keep the chest open, keep that control in the core, and slowly each vertebra touches your mat. And head last. Some bridges. Tickle the backs of your heels. Put a block between your thighs, especially if you're new to this. And inhale, rise up. Roll the shoulders under the body. Interlace hands, push them into heels. Heels into the floor and then towards your body to engage the hamstrings. Hold for 5. 3, 2. Gently releasing your shoulders and gently lower upper back, middle back, lower back to floor. And windscreen wiping the legs from side to side to traction out the spine. So we have one more bridge. You can take leg raises with me, or you can go into wheel if you feel warm enough. I'll be doing leg raises. You can stay in your option 1 of bridge as well. Tickle the backs of your heels. Inhale to rise. Roll your shoulders under. Right foot into the center of the mat. Inhale, left foot rises up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, lower the leg. Shift the feet so the left foot's in the center. Inhale, right leg rises up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee. Foot on the floor, gently lower down. Windscreen wiping the legs from side to side. Your final inversion is up to you. You can come into a restful shoulder stand if you wish. If you want to come into a more active version, you can come into your dolphin with me. If you've been practicing my class for the last few weeks, you can also do pincher against the wall, which is a forearm balance. My lovely assistant has gone into an early shavasana, so I won't be able to show you what that looks like. If you want to come into your dolphin, I'll also give you the option. If you have a wall at home, you can go into your arm balance. So I'll do it without the wall so I can show you what to do. So option 1, we'll do 2 rounds. Grab your biceps, hands out. Baby dolphin is option 1, or straighten the legs, or move the feet in. Now, if you're in this version, you can do leg raises. If you're going against the wall, you're going to come up and you're going to bring your feet against the wall and come into your full forearm balance. But if you're just doing leg raises, just stay with me. And now swap legs. If you've been holding on that side, other leg up. For 3, for 2, for 1. Bring the knees down and rest for a moment. Those are in your shoulder stand. You can come into plow, so bring the feet over the head. Coming back into dolphin with me or forearm play. If you have a wall there, you can do that. Grab your biceps, hands out. We'll do leg raises again. So inhale, right leg up, or kick up into your forearm balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg up. Now look down towards your belly. Relax your neck for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got an extra count there. And exhale, come down, relax. Taking a breath and sigh it out. If you went for the shoulder stand option, coming into a supine twist. If you're here with me, inhale, reach one arm up, and exhale underneath the body to twist the spine. Relaxing the head on the floor. Gently inhale, coming back to center. Exhale. Inhale, rise the left arm up. And exhale underneath the body to twist into back. Again, allowing the neck and head to be heavy on the floor. Letting this be restful and releasing. Inhale, coming back to center. Pushing up into a seated pose. And then gently coming onto your back for your final shavasana. If you wish to take a happy baby or any other releasing pose for the spine, please feel free. Happy baby is an option, or a supine twist if you feel you need it. You can take either of those options now. Once you're feeling ready for your juicy shavasana, you can lay down on your back and close your eyes. Maybe covering yourself with a blanket so that you stay warm. And coming into that place of deep relaxation. We'll have a little play with a meditation of those that wish to partake. A meditation of observing the mind. And the best visualization that I have heard of this is imagining that you're on a park bench. And as you sit on the park bench, all the people that pass you by are like your thoughts. And those people you just watch, you observe. But you don't talk to any of those people. You don't engage with any of those people. You just silently observe without judgment. And this is just like the mind. when we meditate. If you wish to stay here a little longer in your meditation, you can pause the video now and stay here for as long as you wish. If you are exiting with me, gently wiggle the fingers and the toes. Take a breath in, reach the fingers up overhead and point through the tips of toes. And exhale, bring the knees into chest. When you're feeling ready, keeping the eyes closed, rolling onto your favorite side, taking a deep breath in and relaxing into the floor. Using your hand to gently help yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Keeping the eyes closed and relaxing shoulders back and down. Inhale, bringing the hands to the heart. And I'll leave you with a quote. And it is that we do not see things as they are. We see things as we are. So I hope you enjoyed the class. Namaste. I hope you were able to observe that busy monkey mind that can work against us. And I hope to see you again soon on the mat. Namaste. See you next time.